A young girl named So-won lives an idyllic life with her working-class parents Dong-hoon and Mi-hee. One day on her way to school, So-won is kidnapped, beaten and raped by a male stranger named Jong-sul before being left for dead. Fortunately, she survives and calls an ambulance. The police notify Dong-hoon and Mi-hee of the attack and they rush to the emergency ward. Upon their arrival at the hospital, they are horrified by the extent of So-won's injuries. So-won suffers from multiple internal injuries and has to undergo major surgeries. Dong-hoon is advised by a surgeon that So-won will have to wear a colostomy bag for the rest of her life. Once So-won regains consciousness, she will also have to identify her attacker and testify in court with the help of Young-suk, a psychiatrist. So-won's attacker is arrested at his home. The case becomes a media sensation, much to the horror of her family and friends. When the reporters converge at the hospital, Dong-hoon takes So-won to a different room and hides her from the media attention. So-won exhibits symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder and briefly mistakes her father for her attacker, screaming at him as he tries to fix her colostomy bag. Dong-hoon is heartbroken by this episode and is further hurt when So-won refuses to look at him or speak to him. Mi-hee faints and is hospitalized as well while trying to control the situation. Later it is revealed that she is pregnant. Mi-hee initially refuses psychological help for her daughter as she wishes for So-won to resume her normal life. However, she relents after understanding her daughter's mental state and enlists the help of Jung-suk. Dong-hoon struggles to pay for medical expenses and calls his friend and manager, Gwang-sik, with the intent of quitting his job to help take care of his family. Gwang-sik is aware of Dong-hoon's situation and convinces him to keep his job, also providing him with money to pay for So-won's medical bills. Mi-hee and her friends rent mascot costumes to play with So-won to help cheer her up. This gives Dong-hoon the idea to hide underneath the costume of his daughter's favorite cartoon character, Kokomong, to communicate with her. So-won is unaware of who is underneath the costume, but she opens up to Kokomong and allows him to hug her. Gradually, So-won's physical condition improves and she can return home. During the car ride home, So-won vomits after passing the site where she was attacked. She and her parents are soon comforted as they notice that the local community has decorated their home with notes of encouragement. Mi-hee is touched as she sees that their home has also been cleaned during their absence. Dong-hoon resumes work but also finds the time to dress up as Kokomong and accompany So-won on her way to and from school. Soon, her mental state improves and she realizes that her father has been hiding underneath the costume the entire time. Touched by his love and concern for her, she takes off the head of the costume and can look at her father for the first time since her hospitalization. The family is worried about the upcoming trial as So-won has to testify against her attacker. With great effort, they attend the trial and So-won describes what happened during the attack and identifies her attacker. Unfortunately, the man is only sentenced to 12 years in prison, angering So-won's family and friends. A fight breaks out in the courtroom with Dong-hoon intending to kill the attacker. So-won stops Dong-hoon and begs him to take her home. The family leaves the courtroom with little closure. Sometime later, Mi-hee has given birth to a son named So-mong, and is congratulated by family and friends including Jung-suk and Gwang-sik. In the closing narration, So-won confides that she still struggles mentally, and often has to leave school early, though the birth of her brother has given her a renewed sense of purpose.